Everyone, please give it up for Gabriel Rutledge.
Thank you. That died quickly. Thank you. We started so strong. You're like, yeah, that's about it. That's what we got. Thanks for being here. I heard that woo. Thank you. That was a tired woo, but I will take it. I steady woos. I'm around drunk people all the time. That's how you know your night's gonna go better. I like a lady woo. That's a fun sound. Woo! Yeah, that's like the thermometer popping out of the turkey. Just, woo! Let's make bad decisions. It's fun. There's no good ideas. It's never like, woo! I should go back to school, probably. Jaeger got me thinking. I don't like a man woo, ever. If I'm out drinking anywhere and I hear a dude go, woo! Start the goddamn car. That's what that means. Nothing awesome is about to happen. Woo! Yeah, I smell Axe body spray. Let's get the fuck out of here. Although I'm 42, I miss going to parties where people woo and make bad decisions. Yeah, every party I go to now, people are like, who brought the hummus? It is fantastic. Oh, shoes off, everybody. New carpet, shoes off. You've never been to a good party in your socks. You haven't. And then at the end of the night, you have to put your shoes on while you say goodbye like it was an awkward one-night stand. I don't need that shit in my life. Like, yeah, we should do this again. So fun, really. I started growing my hair long when I turned 40. It's a very mild midlife crisis. That is all I have the energy for. When I was 20, I was a drummer in a punk rock band. I used to say shit like, I'm not just gonna be another cog in the corporate machine, man. Yeah. 20 years later, I'm pretty much down to, I'm just gonna stop getting haircuts. Yeah, fuck you, Supercuts. I'm off the grid. Yeah, you gotta do that hair flip to let the man know you mean business. You know what's sad? I jokingly did that hair flip to my wife and I screwed my neck up. Yeah, old man Rebel had to go to the chiropractor. It's like, why is your neck so tight? What'd you do? I'm like, that's not your business. I heard it being awesome. No one has ever said anything smart after a hair flip. That has never happened. In the history of dudes with long hair, no one has ever been like, so anyway, that's the day I discovered cold fusion. It's never that. It's always like, so anyway, that's the day I learned you can get a DUI on a bicycle. Thank you, long-haired wisdom. Thank you. I have to play a terrible game with strangers ever since my hair got long. And that game is called, Do You Know Who You Look Like? Yeah, and it's never Thor, not once. Even when I'm holding the hammer, not once! Guess what I have gotten? Chubby Jesus. Really? Accurate, but hurtful. Like, really? Guy standing next to me in line at a coffee shop. You just wanted to tell a stranger he looked like Chubby Jesus. You're a bad person. And guess what? I will not forgive you. Yeah, talk to Skinny Jesus about forgiveness. Chubby Jesus thinks you're a dick. Skinny Jesus walks on water. Chubby Jesus likes to keep a shirt on in the hot tub. He's a little less forgiving. I bet Jesus never got called a fat Foo Fighter. I'm guessing. I haven't read the whole book, but you know. I have to keep growing my hair long. It's not even up to me because my bald 40-year-old friends are so excited for me. It's like they're all casualties in the hair war. Just, go on without me! Never let them forget! I'm like, Jesus. I'll do it for all of us. Even though I'm starting to look like a creepy uncle who won't stop talking about weed at Thanksgiving. I'll do it! That's my look now. You kids blaze up doobies. She's 3, whatever. I was accidentally the creepy guy at Walmart once. That is hard to pull off, you guys. There's some creepy competition. You're gonna have to bring your A game if you want to stand out. I did it. It's my kid's fault. I have an embarrassing amount of children. I have 3. Is that a lot? For Tucson, is 3 a lot? No? You guys are like, what are you, 22? 3 is a lot. I love them. I'll say that before I say this other shit. I love them. But I didn't mean to make that many. Yeah, 1 out of my 3 kids was conceived 100% on purpose. That is not good. We're not telling them which one. We're saving that till they're angry teenagers. I didn't ask to be born, Dad. Like, well, we have something in common. I had my shoes on when I made you. Don't get cocky. Yeah, shoes on. That was a good party. Sometimes you need the traction. You guys know. My kids were running around the Walmart parking lot, and I yelled at them, which I do. I don't swear in front of my kids. Parents in the room, if you do, I'm not judging you. I'm jealous. That looks awesome. I think even public school teachers should get 4 shut the fuck ups a year. It's 1 a quarter. They deserve that. I don't swear, but I should. I make noises like a lunatic. I'm not cursing at my children. I'm just like, just ah! What'd you say, Dad? Not fuck. I called a kid bucko the other day. It's the whitest thing I've ever said. I didn't even know that word was in my vocabulary. I just panicked, like, listen, bucko. Get out of here. I'm embarrassed. Go. I told my son to slow his roll once. It's not good. What's happening? Some moms swear in the garage. That's a trick. Homes all over America. Like, what's mommy doing out there? Working stuff out. Don't go out there. Is she hitting something with a hammer? Yeah, baby pictures. It calms her down. Leave her be. It's not easy. That's why I think it's funny. Sometimes when couples are thinking about having children, they'll decide to get a dog first. See how that goes. That's a weird strategy. Well, the dog's going well. We're ready. Let's get a human that eats off the floor and shits in the yard. We got this. I thought about it. You want an animal in your house that's going to properly simulate the child experience? You don't get a dog. You don't get a cat. You get a crow. Yeah, you know what a group of crows is called? It's not a flock. It is a murder. That sounded terrifying coming out of the darkness, but yes. It's a murder. Oh my God. Yeah, it is a murder. I also consider 3 children to be a murder of children. And it starts the second they wake up every goddamn day. Ah! 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 I'm like, you want juice? Why are we screaming? Ah! Okay, we can have chicken nuggets for breakfast, but don't wake up mommy. That's not good for any of us. I can't help you on the potty of changing your sister's diaper. Give me 1 minute, okay? Ah! Did you pee on the floor? Ah! You pooped on the floor. Awesome. Good, now mommy's up. Honey, don't go in that bathroom. Good, now the big crow's pissed. What is it, 6:02 a.m.? This is fun! We should have got a dog, probably. I don't think I'm a good enough parent to be a dog owner, if I'm being honest about it. I have a friend who tried to give me a pit bull puppy. I'm like, no, you're my worst friend. That's a terrible idea. He's like, pit bulls are a great breed if you raise them properly. I'm like, well, let's look around my house right now. No one's wearing clothes. No one. I don't have a good track record of raising things properly. That's my same friend who's like, you want your kids to be smart, you gotta homeschool them. I'm like, really? Really? I haven't taught them how to put their fucking pants on when company's over. But we're ready to take a crack at algebra as a family? Really? Take your land shark puppy and get the hell out of my house. So my kids are running around the Walmart parking lot. My little murder of children. They're far enough in front of me, people don't even know they're mine. And I yelled probably the worst thing you could yell at children in a parking lot. I didn't even think, just really loud I go, get in the van! Yeah. People are checking their phones for Amber Alerts. I'm like, nope, don't, we're good. That's the problem. People looked at me. People should have looked at me. I just screamed, get in the van at children. That is worth a glance. If you see something, say something. Be vigilant out there. But my first reaction when people looked at me was like, oh, no. It's my van. Not, they're my children. I went with, it's my van, which is probably what a guilty person would say. Like, sir, are you kidnapping children? Like, hey, it's my van. How about you mind your business? How about we do that? I was accidentally the creepy guy at a rest stop once. This one's worse. 2 a.m, middle of Nevada. I pull into a rest stop. I'm very nervous because I think there might be a creepy guy there. Much to my and another gentleman's surprise, it did turn out to be me. It's always the last person you suspect. If they would have interviewed me on the news about it later, I would have been like, I did not see this coming. I was a quiet guy. I was a good neighbor. Yeah, I did keep to myself. I walk into the rest stop. It's quiet. I think it's empty. I go to the urinal. It's gross. There's cigarette butts and chewing tobacco. Unidentifiable Nevada rest stop things are in there. I'm like, okay, that is so disgusting. I'm going to go to the stall and hope that it is less gross, even though that has never been true. Also, at this point, I have to admit my pants are down a little bit. Just a little. I don't know what image you guys have in your head right now. Just a little. Not all the way down. Not like a little kid pees, like belt on the floor. I didn't have to shuffle walk. I wasn't like, well, I'll just go to the stall, see if that's any better. Although, if you want to freak somebody out in a rest stop, that will do it. If you just walk in like, oh, I barely made my exit. How'd you guys... It's not appropriate from the car. As I turn to go to the stall, a guy comes walking out of the stall. I had no idea he was in there. In my defense, he was a very quiet pooper. Kick a door, clear your throat, help me out, man. Don't just silently shit like a weirdo. This is what this poor guy sees and hears because I made a noise because I was grossed out. So he walks out in time to see me turn around with my pants down, just like, oh. What do you say at 2 a.m. in a Nevada rest stop when your wiener's out? I said nothing, which is creepy. Nothing's like saying, your move. I should have said, oops, or sorry, or gosh, it's surprisingly cold in here. I said nothing, and I know I freaked him out because this is what he did. He just goes, what? Like it was a holdup, I guess. Like, I'm not afraid to use this. Like, get in the van. It's my van, you'll be fine. Kids, move over. I met a guy, he seems cool. I have a son, I have 2 daughters. I'm happy I had daughters, they seem a little smarter. I love my son, but holy shit. I've had to teach him some life lessons I did not know you had to teach mammals. He was the first kid, so I was reading parenting books, I went to parenting class, I was trying to be prepared. When he was little, some weird shit came up. Lesson number 1, very surprisingly, don't put stuff in your butt. I also thought we were born without knowledge. I didn't know I had to coach that at any point, but for a while he thought it was for storage. I had to step in. I think from a toddler perspective, he was like, look, I've got 3 Hot Wheels I would like to take to the kitchen. I've got 2 hands. Maybe there's another way. Yeah, that's when daddy's walking by, like, what do you do? Wow, new rule! No cars in the butt. We're gonna put that on the fridge, it's important. It's more important than not lying, actually. It's not a pocket, weirdo. He didn't know. He's like, why? Why can't I? I'm like, I'm not sure. Because some stuff shouldn't go in your butt. Which is when my wife started laughing really hard from the other room. I'm not the only one here is at an anniversary, okay? Lesson number 2, it's not better. Lesson number 2, no, we don't play with our penis while we're eating dinner. Why? Because mommy won't let us. I asked, she is not cool with it. She doesn't even have one, that's what her problem. Here she comes, here she comes. It's not his fault. Boys are dumb animals. That's our childhood. We kill things. We get that fart sound down with our armpit. That is all we have. My daughters, on the other hand, they appear to be in some sort of advanced manipulation training program. They scare the shit out of me. Plus, it's colder when they're in the room. Is that normal? They're here. Hi, girls. They're just jump roping in slow motion. One of my daughters started doing this when she was 3, tiny 3-year-old. She'll stand in front of the mirror and practice her emotions. Yeah, so she can fake them later. She's just in front of the mirror working it out. I'm sad. I'm happy. I'm angry. I'm just watching, like, I'm fucked. She also makes up drama if she's bored. That's a fun game. Mommy, Daddy just said he doesn't love me anymore. I'm like, what the hell? That's starting to be true, little liar. Dads always say no guy is ever gonna be good enough to marry their daughter. You know. Am I allowed to feel a little bit sorry for the poor son of a bitch? Am I allowed to do that? He doesn't know. There's a 3-year-old boy sitting in a sandbox playing with trucks right now without a care in the world. He has no idea the emotional shitstorm headed his way. Right now, he's just like, I sure do love trucks. I'm like, yeah, I know, little buddy. Hold on to that. He doesn't know he's 20 years away from, sometimes I feel like you like trucks more than me. No, I like you and trucks. Oh, so I'm just another truck to you. Shit. You wanna see me? I bet you wish you could marry your truck. No, I'd rather marry you. Oh my God, I accept. Wait, what the fuck? I'm not suggesting the only way to get a man to marry you is manipulate him. That was not my experience, for the record. But ask a man about love. We don't like that question. Like, hey, how'd you know your wife was the one? She helped me realize. You know what? She wrote this down. I'll just read it. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. And only a fool would let her go. Are you happy? Yeah, she says, we're very happy. Blink once if you need help. I got married when I was 23, which is young enough. All my friends were like, you know, if you do this, you only get to have sex with one woman for the rest of your life. I was like, yeah, I know. That's better than the nobody I was working with before. That's why I hit the buy it now button. I panicked a little bit. My wife and I got together because we couldn't find anyone else to have sex with. That's part of our story. It was the early 90s. It was a dark time. Yeah, you couldn't meet people online in the early 90s. Gather around, kids. Grandpa has a story. There was a scary time in the history of the world before you could meet people on the internet. You just had to look around at everyone you knew and see who was left. Yeah, it's been a great relationship, but I wish I had a better tale of romance for my grandchildren. Like, hey, how'd you and Grandma start dating? We were very horny and out of options. I was just eavesdropping on what was very obviously a first coffee date internet meetup situation, and I forgot the dumb shit you have to talk about. I forgot that conversation where you're just looking to connect. Like, you have an uncle named Rick? I have a grandpa named Rick. Your birthday's in April, mine's in May. What are the odds of that? Like, what are the odds they're not the same month? Pretty fucking good. They ran out of stuff to talk about, because at one point, the woman said to the man, she goes, oh my God, I like zucchini too. That's awesome. I texted my wife immediately. And I said, do you like zucchini? And she texted me back immediately, and she said, what the fuck are you talking about? And I texted her back, I've never been so in love with you. 5 minutes later, she sent me another text that said, wait, were you trying to sext? I'm like, well, it's a weird opening line, but if you liked it, yeah, we are. Married people still sext, okay? It's gonna be a while for me, because the last time my wife sent me something, I responded with, new phone, who dis? Yeah, that's gonna cost me. That's how you know you're married. The joke is always worth it. Married people sext, but it's a little different. Like if my wife sent me a naked picture of herself, there's like a 25% chance it would say, just thinking of you. But there's like a 75% chance it would say, was this mole always here? Either way, fun pick. My wife is also 42, which is why she read 50 Shades of Grey. She couldn't help herself. She saw the movie. It's like Frozen for soccer moms. They love it! My wife read the book, and she was a little embarrassed to admit that she liked it. And I'm like, well, don't be embarrassed, because there is some shit in my browser history I am not proud of. You are in a very safe place right now. You can't judge 50 Shades of Grey on its artistic merit. That's not fair. I can't be like, this writing's terrible. Look, there's some plot holes in the shit I've been watching online. I've been letting slide for a lot of years. I used to deliver pizza. Those are not documentaries, okay? I read it, though. I read the book. I figured if this is what my wife likes, I should know. Maybe I need to make some changes in my game. I think you guys can tell. By the way I said my game, we have got a little work to do. Here's what I learned after I read it. My wife does not want me to do those things in the book to her. Live and learn! Luckily, the hardware store had a very reasonable return policy. Yeah, it turns out my wife was actually hoping the guy in the book would do those things to her. I forgot how fantasy worked. That was my fault. Because the guy in the book, wow, he's a billionaire, he lives in a giant mansion, he has a giant sex dungeon where he ties her up and does shit to her. Yeah, that's probably sexy if you're a billionaire with a mansion and a sex dungeon. I live in a very small home that I rent from my mother-in-law. All I'm saying is it's a lot less sexy when I'm tying my wife to a lamp and a laundry basket. Hypothetically. She's just dragging shit around the room like, God damn it. I'm not good at tying. I don't know knots. I should have joined the Boy Scouts. If the Boy Scouts would have said, by the way, kids, you're gonna need this knot knowledge for sex when you're older, I would have joined. But I didn't. I'm on my own. I don't have my S&M patch. I'm freestyling out there. Sex is already a little bit complicated. I don't want to make it more complicated. I don't want sex to feel like I'm setting up a tent in a windstorm. I don't need that. My wife's all wrapped up. I got a ball gag over her eyeball. I'm like, is this like the book or? No. I'm like, well, who's the cute pirate? You are. Yes, you are. There's all this pleasure-pain stuff in the book, which surprised me. I said to my wife, when have you ever been into even the idea of me hurting you? I accidentally dropped a spoon on your toe 2 weeks ago. I had to talk you out of taking the kids and leaving. Apparently, if you would have had a blindfold on at the time, you would have been like, drop it again. That's a joke, by the way, that's a joke. If my wife ever leaves me, I'm pretty sure she's not gonna take the kids. This is the important thing. This is what I learned. If you're gonna get adventurous in the bedroom, you're gonna need a safe word. What was yours? Oh, don't play that bullshit now, sir. I heard you. I didn't even ask for volunteers, but what was your safe word? There's no safe word. There is no safe word. All right. Well, you haven't pushed it far enough yet, I guess. Mine's Tucson. This is a weird week for me. I asked a guy once in the crowd if he had a safe word. He was like, not yet. I'm like, well, that's a terrible safe word. Yeah, it's going to be very confusing. Did you want me to stop? Not yet! I'm like, what the fuck? Also, help is not a safe word. That doesn't count. Help's probably what you say if you forget your safe word. When you're like, dolphin, cinnamon, banana, pineapple, shit. Mother's maiden name, name a first family pet. Oh my God, help! It takes a while to find a good one. My wife and I, we've been through a couple of safe words. We started off with no! It's very effective, not fun. After that, we moved on to, ow! Are you shitting me? I'm not sure why I turned around on that one. That's not your business. Eyes on your own paper. We have a good safe word now. Our safe word is meatloaf. Yeah, if one of us says meatloaf during sex, that lets the other person know, look, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Yeah. You should be clapping. There's not a lot of meatloaf jokes out there. That's as good and bad as they get. My wife and I, we just got a hot tub. Okay, my mother-in-law just got a hot tub. I didn't realize when you're 42 and married, you can't invite your friends over to enjoy your hot tub without being creepy. I didn't know that. I invited some friends over. You should come over. We just got a hot tub. They're like, yeah, I'm not falling for that shit. Do I have a swinger vibe? This isn't how you dress when you're hoping to fuck a stranger. This is how you dress when you turn 40 and you're like, I'm gonna go back to the look I had on my 4th grade school photo. Yeah, I did have a beard. I still dress myself. That's important. Sometimes husbands don't get to pick out their outfit. There may be some here tonight. It's fine. I'm on the woman's side. I think you have to step in sometimes for the good of the team. You have to be like, oh, no, actually, we're going somewhere where people can see you. I don't want other women to have sex with you, but this is overkill. I also don't want other women to wonder why I have sex with you. So I got you a shirt. It's from Target's Barely Fuckable section. I watched a documentary about swingers. Okay, it was HBO's Real Sex, but we're gonna call it a documentary. Here's what I learned. Most of the couples I saw are not the couples I would like to swing with. I'm a little judgier than I realized. Because they're a little older, a little saggier, and they walk around naked with great confidence. We're very comfortable with our bodies. And I'm at home watching, like I'm not comfortable with your body at all. I just put a second robe on. That's how uncomfortable I am right now. This is what I learned about myself. I don't really want to have sex with people that look like me. I was hoping to swing up. Is that possible? Can I play above my level? I don't want to be the best looking guy at the orgy. I want the other people at the orgy to be so attractive they can't figure out how I got there. They're like, did he win a contest? Who brought this guy? I didn't know they had Make-A-Wish for 40-year-olds. That's weird he kept his shirt on the whole time. Yeah, that's my plan. If I ever go to an orgy, I'm gonna be like, shirts and skins! I call shirts! This is all talk, by the way. My wife actually asked me, she's like, would you like to go to one of these swinger sex parties? I'm like, no. She's like, you don't want to have sex with other women? I'm like, well, that is not what you asked me. Of course I want to have sex with other women. I'm a mammal. But I have no interest in going to a party and talking to other women. Yeah, because I have realized, holy shit, it's finally happened. I am lazier than I am horny. I have no hunt left in me as a man. I don't. I am not going to track a deer through the forest all goddamn day. I'm going to get drunk in the deer stand. If my wife wanders close, I will take a shot at her. I probably shouldn't have written that in an anniversary card, but it was from the heart. You know that scene in a movie where they sweep everything off the top of a desk so they can make love on top of a desk? I used to watch that and enjoy it, and now every time I see that, I'm like, well, someone's gonna have to clean that up later. That's disrespectful. That's what that is. I don't want to have sex on a desk. That's a terrible idea. You ever had sex on a bed? It's awesome. It's soft. You can nap afterwards. My wife has chapstick if you need it. Sex is still important to me. Degree of difficulty is not. I will take an uncontested layup. I don't give a shit. I'm not having sex on the floor ever again. That's done. I'm announcing my floor sex retirement. Last time I had sex on the floor, I spent the entire time wondering how much it cost to buy those giant knee pads that roofers wear. Yeah, 5 minutes to have sex, 10 minutes to stand up again. It's a bullshit way to do it. I was in pain on the floor. I could look up and see our bed. I'm like, why are we not on the bed? Also, those knee pads are about $40. I Googled it. They should sell those giant construction knee pads at the sex toy store. Ladies, if your fella showed up and he was strapping on some giant knee pads. He's got on a tool belt. It's empty, but you get it. You'd be confused, but you'd also be like, okay, something's about to happen. I guess we're gonna do some construction role play. I don't even know what that is. I think you give them an estimate and never show up again. This is another scene in movies that bothers me. The couple, the lovers, they wake up in the morning, they roll over, they start making out. Ugh. That's your move after 8 hours of mouth breathing. You're just gonna roll over first thing in the morning. Oh, fuck you! There's a line in the bed, that's your side. You smell like a skunk died from gingivitis. I will love you later. Get over there. Of course you have sex in the morning, but I think we can agree you pick a position with no face-to-face contact. Yeah, that's in Leviticus. I feel like some of you guys believe me. You're like, he's right, that's in Leviticus. A man shall not gaze upon the face of a woman while procreating before sunrise. Read your Bibles. That's not in there. I made that up. But it should be. That's better advice than don't have sex with a goat, and that's in there a lot. If you do end up face-to-face with your lover during morning sex, out of respect, you do swimmer breathing. Which, you know, a couple of strokes and then to the side, to the side. Just the breathing. Don't do a kick turn. Don't get cocky out there. Here's something I'm never going to say to my wife again, I don't think. 3 kids, 18 years into marriage. I don't think I'm ever going to say, I'm going to make love to you all night long. That is so long, you guys. That would be disrespectful for me to take up her entire evening with my bullshit. Yeah, what we're gonna do is make love a satisfactory amount of time. And then we are going to agree as a loving couple, we have shit to do. We have jobs, we have children, we have a DVR that's 92% full. Storage Wars does not watch itself. I lead a full life. I'm not gonna watch porn with my wife anymore. I'm not. That's supposed to be like a fun, sexy thing to do as a couple, and it might be, but my wife ruins it with her questions, and I'm done. Yeah, you're not supposed to talk during pornography. It's disrespectful to the artist. Guess what else? You don't need to say, just so you know, I'm never gonna do that. I know you're never gonna do that. That's why I was gonna watch this lady have a go at it. That would be like me saying to my wife, just so you know, mine's not gonna be that big. She knows. A guy in a rest stop knows. It's out there. My wife can't just watch. She has questions. She needs backstory. Porn backstory. Very important to my wife. How long do you think he's been a plumber? Are you serious? She criticizes. Just so you know, if those were her real boobs, her butt would be a lot bigger. I'm like, oh, well, just so you know, this is porn, not Mythbusters. You're ruining this. I'm not gonna take showers with my wife anymore. I'm not. And it's not because the love is gone, okay? I have a lot of love, but I've taken a lot of showers with my wife. It's not fun. It's not sexy. It's me in the back of the shower shivering while she goes through her routine. Yeah, it's bullshit. I was lured in there under false pretenses. I am not the asshole in this story. I am the victim. I'm in there shaking to death. Like, I thought, you know, you wanted to take a shower. We're just taking showers, no quotes. This sucks. I feel stupid in these knee pads. I can't be in the shower with a naked, wet, beautiful woman and not want to have sex with her. I understand her side. It is not that sexy for a woman to watch a man clean himself. It's not. It's like watching an orangutan rub his balls in a waterfall. But you invited me. Go ahead, take a second with that image. Let it get in there. That's part of the problem. I'm not really comfortable cleaning myself the way I normally would with a witness. All right, I'll just say it. I feel like we're close now. A clean butt is important to me. Yeah, my wife needs to know I have a clean butt. Guess what? She doesn't need to know how I accomplish that. That should remain my business. I don't think either one of us are ready for me to get down in the hut hike position. I don't know how you guys do it. I should be like, oh, we're just showering? Well, I've got some routines too, sweetie. Yeah, you gotta get low. Sometimes I lift a leg, I don't know why. Did you say meatloaf? I respect that. I like being married. I get nervous when I see older married guys. Like my wife and I will go to a restaurant, there's a cute couple, you can tell they've been married 40, 50 years. My wife says the same thing every single time. I hope that's us someday. I'm like, oh, well, first of all, we don't know shit about them. Yeah, how long's he been a plumber? I got a couple questions. Why are we assuming because they're old that they're in love? Maybe they're too weak to kill each other. I want to be married that long, but why does that husband always look like the ghost of Christmas future? He's staring at a menu, confused. Honey, do I like fettuccine? I've gotten dumber every year I've known you. Please help. Oh, makes me gassy. You always know. Ask an old married guy a question. They don't like it. They're like, I got to check. I don't dress myself. Let's not do this. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's a woman's plan. Make us so stupid, we will never cheat on you because we would have to call first. Just one day in a hotel room. Honey, do I like sex with other women? I don't? All right, you got to go. She said he'd make me gassy. I believe her. It happens. I've been married long enough. If a beautiful woman starts talking to me, I swear to God, the first thought in my head is, oh, I don't need this shit. I wouldn't even trust it. Even if a beautiful woman was like, let's go have sex right now, I'd be like, did she send you? I call shirts. You know what? I think I'm going to read you guys some text messages my wife sent me. That's what I think I'm going to do. Look at you guys. You're like, I would not do that. This is like if you don't have kids and you wonder what your life would be like if you did. These are just some text messages from the future. Also, there's a lot of good stuff about having kids, but we're not going to talk about that tonight. Because happiness isn't funny. We're going to go with this shit. Word for word from my lovely wife. First few are about the baby. Just changed Olive's diaper. Not sure how she got shit on her shoulder. That's fun to share as lovers. My wife breastfed my kids till they were 2, which is a long time in North America. Yeah, she's into it. Also, at 2, kids can talk. That's, I don't want breastfeeding to be instigated with "Ma!" Like that's... I don't know why I made my kids sound like 2-year-old frat boys. Hey, Ma! Dora starts in 2 minutes. Let's do this. The point is, whatever you eat when you're breastfeeding, that's what your baby eats, which is why I got this text. Olive's farts smell like McDonald's. Guess I'm done eating there for a while. Me too. Just in case you guys wanted to know the opposite of sexting, there you go. Here's a fun one. Where are you? Not a good start. Where are you? I'm at the soccer field. Johnny has to poop and there's nowhere to go. Okay, just for fun, let's say I was in the neighborhood. What's my move? What am I supposed to do? Just show up like, don't worry, I brought a shovel, I'm gonna be able to trench, the whole team can go. Line them up! You don't send that, you send bring new pants. That is the level I can help you. Another fun one, good news, it's not, spoiler alert. Good news! Your son just ran up to me and said, guess what, Mom? I can move my penis without touching it. In his defense, kind of a big day. All right, last one I'll read you guys. It's gross, I'm sorry, but being a parent is gross. Johnny had diarrhea, missed the toilet. We had to go. Can you clean bathroom when you get home? That was 6 weeks ago. I've just been driving. I'm not... That's a breakup text. We got caught. My wife and I got caught having sex. Yeah, a kid ran in. It was our kid. Let's not make it super creepy. Oh, where the fuck did you come from? No. We didn't lock a door. Kid comes running in. Everyone freezes. Even the kid. It just looked like, are we not supposed to move? Like a little lawn gnome. I don't know what they saw. I don't know what I need to explain. We're all just frozen, staring at each other. Finally, I just go, listen, bucko. If you live with someone, if you're in that level of relationship, you are not going to have amazing, awesome sex every single time. No? Tucson, we're all hitting home runs? I'm the only asshole who fouled off a bunt last Tuesday. That was me. Even if you love each other, even if you're attracted to each other, every once in a while, you're going to have one of those nights where you're just staring at each other like... Are we still doing this? Yeah, I'm tired too. Plus, I am so full right now. Oh my God. But have you seen next week's schedule? It's crazy. If we don't do it tonight, I literally do not know the next time we're gonna do it. I guess what I'm saying is take off your sweatpants. It's time for romance. I shouldn't have put that in an anniversary card either. It's easier if you don't have kids. If you don't have kids, take your time with your lovemaking. Light a candle, put some rose petals in the bathtub, whatever bullshit you saw in a movie, knock yourself out! If you have kids, at some point, you're gonna have some parent prison sex. Yeah, you're gonna lock a door behind you. You're gonna be like, we've got 2 minutes, go! Like, what the fuck? You're like, well, what about the kids? Forget them, focus! Yeah, 4 plays for the childless. Couple of kids in, it's like, don't kiss me, just put it in! Like, whoa! You're scaring me. But I will. Yeah, I've been married long enough, hurry up is dirty talk. I can totally do it. This is how I know I'm gonna have sex in my house. When I hear my wife say, kids, I'm gonna put a movie on. I'm like, oh shit, it's go time. I would like to thank Pixar for getting me laid so many times. Unfortunately, I can't hear a song from Toy Story without getting an erection, but whatever. You've got a friend, not now. There's a snake in my boot. Eyes up here, how about that? My wife and I saw Toy Story 3 in the theater. We were the only ones making out. We're like, that's our jam. It's hard to have sex when you live with little cock blockers you made, okay? It's exhausting. They're banging on the door, sticking their arms underneath like they're cats. Just... What do you think is in there? Sometimes they slide stuff under the door. I'm like, are these props we have to work in? It's like a parent sex game show. It's a Barbie, a teddy bear, a spatula. We'll take that one. We'll take that one! A little Hot Wheel comes flying underneath. I'm like, no, fuck that. I know where that one's been. Thanks so much, Tucson. Have a great night. I really appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. Thank you very much.